I was recording the video and this happened. So I just included this as an introduction, but I didn't change my video because I believe what I say is still true, even if now I'm not going to be in the need of farming for quite a while. Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about what do you do to make currencies into the endgame. And I know I already did some videos on how to farm in the endgame, but I think that was like separate piece of the puzzle, and I wanted to have a video that is aggregating everything to give you an idea of how do you make currencies when you just enter the endgame. And the first step is going to be you need to be comfortable making T15. You need to increase the power of your character to be able to run high tier map without looking at the different affix and feel very scared that maybe you are going to die or not. The second part is going to be your strategy through the Atlas, and this is defining quite a lot of things for you. My strategy, what I like is that I like rare monsters and I like magic monsters. So I take note here that I'm increasing the magic pack size and the rare monsters into the map, because those are the ones that are providing you currencies, they providing you drops and loot. So having more of them is good. Then having the deadly evolution, so those guys are bringing more value. This is also nice. Then through here I have a higher waystone, which is always nice. Then more quantity and rarity of item. This is also something that is good for me. Then from here what I want is the 15% chance of 2 additional essences, because if you have greater essences, this is what I call later on jackpot drop, which provide you a nice boost of currencies. You want to have the double effect for precursor tablet, because this is always nice. More precursor tablets, you will need them anyway. Increase the number of pack on your map, and here you have a little bit of everything depending on the biome that you are playing in. So this is what I'm using. So very simple, more rare monster, more magic monsters, and we are going to take advantage of it. Now, map selection at the end is not towards what you can or cannot kill, but it's more around the benefit that it gives you. You see, I really like those kind of maps that are providing increased magic pack size and increased magic monsters, because this is exactly what we are playing with on the Atlas. And what I'm going to do on the top of that is I'm going to infuse it with the ire, that are going to boost the number of magic monster even more and provide me 21% delirious, which means that I will drop splinters, simulacrum splinters from this map. So here I have a map that is extremely boosted in magic pack and magic monsters, and they are going to provide me a lot of value for the things that I want. Last but not least, you want to have tablet that is affecting 8, 9 or 10 maps, especially when you are quite advanced into the end game and you want to have additional benefit on this tablet. And just to remind you that you can upgrade those tablet with blue orbs to have those additional benefits. So we can already making some interesting currencies with this. We are going to run breaches, and there is going to be a lot of rare monsters that are going to appear because we are boosting rare monsters. We are going to get a lot of loot from them, and we are going to get a lot of currencies. So that's something that is going to be quite viable on the long run. Now, if you want to take it in one step further, I think the next step is to start boosting your Atlas side tree. So let's say that you want to start boosting the Atlas side tree. The first one you want to boost is probably the boss tree, because every time that you are running a map that is infused with delirium into a boss map, you are going to see an enormous amount of splinters versus the rest of the map. So I really like boosting bosses as the first step. I usually take the essences because, as you see here, we have double chance, we have 15% chance to have 2 additional essences, which is nice. So here you start with boosting the boss Atlas points. Next step will be to increase the breach Atlas points to have as much splinter as possible. You want to have monster density. Again, monster density, it's synergized very well with our strategy, which is we want to have a lot of rare monsters and unique monsters so we can kill them and get currency from them. And from this, you're also going to get a lot of splinters from breach splinters. So now we have the basic of the strategy. And this is exactly how I managed to farm for my Ingenuity belt. That was around 17 divine. So for big players, this is almost nothing, but for regular players, it's a lot of money, 17 divine. And the way I managed to do that, not in a very long time, was exactly through this strategy. I was taking a map, juicing it out as much as possible, and then making money very simply with killing monsters. And the more monsters you have, the more money you get. Now, regarding Rarity. Rarity has been a very boiling topic since the early access of Path of Exile 2. We have some streamers that are stacking rarities. They go to 500, 600%, and they drop massive amount of divine on certain clips and videos, and people complain that they don't go to this amount of rarity and they can't drop orbs and so on and so forth. This is completely BS. Rarity is a good stat, so you should not sleep on it, but don't kill yourself on rarity. I think right now I have two sets of gear. This one I have something like, actually you can see, I don't know if you know, but if you go here and you scroll down, you see that you have your rarity here. So rarity I have is 77%. And I think going to 100 or something near to 100 is nice. So it's going to increase the amount of orb that you drop and the quality of the gear that you drop. So it's nice. Now, don't kill yourself with rarity. There is something called the diminishing return on investment in Path of Exile. And the more rarity you stack, the more you're going to get diminishing return on investment. Also, if you are taking rarity on your stuff, you are nerfing yourself either on survivability or on DPS. And if you are nerfing yourself on DPS, you are clearing your map in low speed. And if you are nerfing yourself in survivability, you are going to run into maps where you're gonna die and you're not going to take all the benefit that you could get from those maps. The way you should see it is rarity is like a layer that you apply to your character when you feel very comfortable that you are capable of cleaning T15 content and cleaning all those kind of things. It's not something that you start with and then you struggle your way through increasing your tier of your map. You start with getting stronger, and then when you have your build and you understand your build and you have a certain level and you have like the basement of and foundation of your build, then you start having some tweak with rarity to get a bit more loot. But that's not something that is a goal by itself. Otherwise, you are just going to slow you down and you are going to waste sometimes into dying in certain content that you shouldn't die. So to summarize, get something that is a solid foundation to have currency income, something that you know you can rely on and you are going to have a steady flux of small exalted orb. And then on the top of that, what you can do is you had certain activities such as rituals, such as essences, such as I don't know, like delirium, where you can potentially get an amazing loot that is worth one or more divine. And this is how I think you build something that is sustainable to farm the end game. I really hope this video was useful for you. If it was, please consider subscribing to my channel. As you see, it's a very young channel and every sub counts for me right now. Thank you for watching and I see you on the next video.